1989, and he was traveling with his family out of the country. And he saw at that time individuals that were working to protect sea turtle beaches and sea turtle nesting sea turtles, and they were basically living in thatch huts and had very little equipment. And then he also saw in Mexico what was allowed at the time. It was the legal collection, harvesting of sea turtles for their flesh and for their leather and for their shell. And so that facility is now an education facility. I know you're going to a restaurant on seawalls. If you're familiar with Dido's, at one time they had sea turtles on their menu. Green sea turtles were abundant, and they were harvested in our bays. We actually had a processing center in the Corpus Christi area until about 1910. So all the sea turtle species that we have, there's 7, and there's 5 that come in the Gulf of Mexico. And so all of them are threatened or endangered. And so our work started because of sea turtles, but it's expanded for ocean conservation, education, and outreach, and helping people to understand that we as individuals all make an impact on the health of the ocean. And we need the ocean. The ocean is our oxygen. It is our water. It's all part of the water cycle. And so I was so fortunate to meet Sharna so many months ago. I don't even remember when this
over a year ago.
A year ago. Unfortunately, our artist, Jane Young French, couldn't be here today. She's a working artist and a teaching artist, and she's teaching a class today. But she's been with us on the turtle projects and worked very closely to design this to make sure that it was a memorial for your mom. And so we're so grateful it's here. I do want to say we are an ocean conservation organization, so we're not watering our grass. But our plan is, and I've spoken to Sharna about it, we're working with a Boy Scout and his Eagle Project, and we hope to landscape all of this. We just had a phone conversation with him, and he's getting troop approval. And so all the grass will go away, this tree obviously will stay, and it'll be native landscaping that is drought resistant. So maybe when you come back in the future, it'll be really, really beautiful. But again, I appreciate all of you being here today. I deeply appreciate you and your support for the organization and what Turtles meant for your mom.
Thank you. I just want to say, first of all, thank you everybody for coming. I can't promise I'm not going to cry. I'll do my best. Thank you everybody that flew in. I know there's people that came from all over the place and drove a very long way, and Houston traffic is not fun. So I wrote something to Mom, and I'm going to read that for you, and then we'll unveil the turtle, and then you guys are welcome to come and take a look at it up close. Like she said, Jane worked really close with me, and we swapped ideas, and I gave her, poor thing, a ton of stuff that I wanted. And then she was very kind and incorporated so many of her own beautiful ideas as well as mine, and I think it turned out really, really lovely. And I think Mom would be happy with it. So anyway. Dear Mom, it's been almost 2 years since you left our lives abruptly. You would have been 78 on Monday. I miss you every day. I would give anything to hug you, talk to you, and hear you laugh again. They say you learn to live with grief. I fear it settles in my bones. When I think back over the life you had, I'm in awe of your strength and bravery, not just because of the hardships you faced and the cancer journey you slayed dragons to get through, but your adventurous spirit as well. I think of the young woman who lived in a small country at the bottom of the world, who performed in ballets, modeled clothing, hiked through strawberry fields, and designed her own fashion wear. A young woman who loved music, history, books, and wanted to travel. And then one day you spread your wings and flew, leaving the comforts of New Zealand on your own to travel to Asia and Europe to experience the wonders you had only read about in books. I always loved your stories of buying your very first set of pearls in Japan, which would lead to a lifelong obsession and extended collection throughout our home. I find pearls everywhere. To going to see temples and geisha, castles of Europe where you truly fell in love with Neuschwanstein and eventually my father. I still think of you as a duchess or a countess in another life. You used to say you either look like an empress or something the cat dragged in, no in between. Your love of art and different cultures, architecture, history, and jewelry are why the library is full of books on other countries and the history of gemstones. Your love of travel is a passion you passed on to me, and I willingly pick it up and owe the adventures we had together. The hill country, the Mediterranean, Europe, it still has me aching to follow in your footsteps in the places I have yet to see. I will always be sad I never got to see your beloved New Zealand with you. I hope to go wander through your past one day and take you home at last to be at peace at the place that was always in your heart. Your love of collecting beautiful special things extended to people. You never met a stranger and often could be found in a shop swapping phone numbers with a newfound friend, planning afternoon tea, because tea to you was how you bonded with your loved ones and solved the world's problems. You cultivated friends like jewelry, each one special and precious to you because you loved with your open heart and an open home to all who cared about you. You literally gave the clothes off your back or the jewelry off your person to whomever you wanted to help or love. You weren't just mom to me, but so many all through my life growing up and today. You loved having what you said, a house full of young people who you gave counsel, sage advice, and lent a creative or listening ear to, even us theater kids at 2 a.m. after practice or a show. When I think of the lives you've touched and the love and kindness you imparted, it makes me proud to be your daughter. You were my role model, my travel companion, my best friend, and my mom. You often said as you got older, did your life have meaning? Oh yes, Mom, more than you will ever know. You helped so many friends, strangers, and family through good times and bad. No one is perfect. We all have our flaws. I know I do. But I'm proud of the woman you and Dad helped me shape into today. So how do I honor you now that you're gone? How do I honor a whimsical, loving, adventurous spirit who always was a lady and even wore pearls in her dressing gown? I needed to capture your essence and joy and make you smile as well as others. Then it came to me, an inspiration I hope you will approve of, a turtle statue in one of your favorite places, Galveston. Many a trip to the seaside, as you called it, was done here for celebrations, relaxation, and even my mini-moon with my husband, who you lovingly called Chadley. One of your favorite pastimes was hunting for turtle statues and looking at old Galveston homes. Then lunch or dinner at Nick's or the Galvez to play ladies. So after more than a year of planning and creating and collaborating, I hope you like your turtle, Mom. It was lovingly created by a talented artist named Jane, who loves wildlife as you did, and organized by a dedicated organization to conservation run by a lovely lady named Joanie. We who love you together with Dad and Chad and myself contributed this joyful remembrance for you. I can't thank them enough for helping this to happen for you. I hope where you are it makes you smile and you feel loved by all those that are here today, and it brings joy to them and other people daily. You are always in our hearts. We love you, Mom. You will never be forgotten.